Hi guys, it's me, Coach Rosa. I haven't talked to you in a while, so I thought I'd pop in quickly and give you a short little coaching session. Yay, kind of get you motivated. I'm writing an article for a publication, and it was on habits and how to break habits and easy ways to break habits. And I was thinking, because I'm working on my book, Mind Over Platter. I'm rewriting it. It's not going to look like this. We're going to change the cover. And I have a whole chapter on breaking bad habits. And hey, thanks for watching. And I don't have my glasses on, so I can hardly see who it is. So I'm going to just say thank you for watching, guys. And we'll quickly talk about it. And I thought maybe I'll just give you a quick overview on habits, the formation of a habit really fast, how to break it, how hard is it to break a habit. That's really the question here. It's something I talk about with my members on my virtual coaching program at mindoverplatter.com, and I thought I could just give you a quick insight. So here's what happens with habits and habit formation is, we form habits due to repetition and conditioning. And so what really happens, and you can say that almost everything you do is a habit, because the actual formation of a habit is this. You do something, and it crosses between the conscious subconscious mind. We have a conscious mind, it's logical, analytical. We have a subconscious mind, it's free-flowing, it's easygoing, it doesn't evaluate. You have in the middle critical faculty. That's sort of the part that discerns what gets to come and go. And habits are things that are bypassing this barrier multiple times. Critical faculty is letting it slide. And the more it slides and it goes over there, it's like embedding, you've seen the old-fashioned records, those grooves, where you got to carve out the groove, and this is carving out a groove. And it's going over and over and over again. At some point, pop, there it stays. It is embedded in a habit, and it stays in the subconscious mind until it's replaced by something else. That means that habit becomes a way of your life. A good example, brushing your teeth. Now, for those of us who've raised children, they are not born wanting to brush their teeth. There's a lot of resistance in brushing your teeth. It has to become a ritual, a routine. And we do it over and over and over. And then at some point, it becomes embedded in the subconscious mind where we don't have to think about it and we automatically do it. Just like that. So you get up in the morning, and if your routine was to brush your teeth first thing in the morning, then without even knowing you're doing it, you'll have the toothbrush in your mouth and you will realize, oh, wow, I just brushed my teeth. Sometimes you go downstairs, and sometimes Rosa goes downstairs, I won't speak for all of you, gets a cup of coffee brewing and thinks, did I brush my teeth? And I go, oh yeah, I brushed my teeth. It was that automatic. Now that's one thing about habits. It's autopilot. It's automatic. That will stay a habit until it's time to change it with something else. So if you say, I don't want to brush my teeth in the first thing in the morning anymore, I want to brush an hour after I get up in the morning, well, you have to change that habit on purpose in the beginning and do it over, and has to cross the conscious unconscious barrier, which is, I know now I'm not doing this, I'm going to wait, I'm waiting on purpose, and if we cross enough times, that too becomes a habit and it replaces the old habit. So that's like just in a nutshell. I'm giving you really fast information. Hey girlfriend, thanks for watching. So there's two kinds of habits, guys. There's multiple kinds of habits, and it's not just good and bad. There's habits that are really what I call an empty habit. An empty habit is, it doesn't really serve you, and it's not always hurting you, it's just there. There's no real reason it's there. It's there because you habitually conditioned it over and over and over again, and voila, it's become a habit. And then there's secondary gain habits. Secondary gain habits, those are things that are in your life for a very specific reason. They're underlining coping with something. We all have all of these, right? And I think the truth sets us free. I think knowing who we are, being honest, being vulnerable at times, and really digging in there and willing to do the work, we learn a lot about ourselves, and then we can break free of all of that. That's a big part of what I do in my coaching program with my members, is I want to give them a safe place to know we can have these conversations and help them to start to really think about it. So here's an empty habit. Here's a good example. Let's, potato chips. Let's say potato chips is a good one. I don't eat potato chips. I don't particularly crave salty snacks. I watch people eat potato chips, and I've done it in the past. If you eat one and then you eat another one. Now here's a hand-to-mouth motion. Hand-to-mouth motion is a habit itself. That's in its own self. There's oral gratification. That's another habit within itself. But what typically happens with the chips is they put the darn things on your plate. You get a sandwich and you have chips. And the hand-mouth to motion goes, and there we are eating chips. Now, if someone took away those chips, you're fine, right? You're absolutely fine. There's no real purpose for the chips. Now, maybe you're starting to gain weight, and an easy way to start to change that is drop the chips. You're probably looking at 300 extra calories a day. God knows how much fat, and empty carbs. It's not really fueling your body. So that's an easy thing to let go of. Now, we condition a habit through repetition and conditioning. So consciously I say, I want to break this habit. I don't want to eat chips anymore. And then I have to do it over and over again. Take my sandwich and maybe put some carrot sticks on it and put the chips somewhere else. You have to keep putting the chips somewhere else. And if you do this enough times, it goes between the conscious and the subconscious mind, back and forth, right? Critical faculty is lowered. You do it enough times, bam, it sticks and it becomes a habit. The new habit is, I don't eat chips anymore. Instead, I snack on carrot sticks. The reason it will stick is there's no real reason for it in your life. And if the pain of gaining the weight and the desire to get healthy is strong, then you will have enough leverage to let go of this habit because there's no real reason for it to be in your life. You don't get anything out of it, and other than the instant gratification of the taste. Those are easy habits to break. To be honest with you, with hypnosis, piece of cake. That stuff between tapping and hypnosis, those are easy habits to break because they don't really need to be in your life. They were just conditioned. Now, and the subconscious mind will do what it's told. The conscious mind needs to be prompted over and over again. Critical faculty is the one evaluating, and it's saying, I want to be healthy. I want to be around for my friends. I don't want to carry around this extra 20 pounds. Dropping the chips will get me there. I have carrot sticks instead. We have enough leverage that it'll cooperate and it won't sabotage you. So that's one scenario, empty habits, easy to break, especially with the technologies I use. Now, secondary gain habits. It's a whole different bear. Secondary gain habits, they're in your life for a reason. Usually they're not chips. Honestly, they're not usually chips. They're usually something that's comforting you subconsciously. You're getting something out of it on a whole other level. Now, I see things like certain comfort foods as being secondary gain. So if you were, I'm going to make up a scenario. If you were raised in an environment where food was reward, and you did a good job, and you had a good A on your report card, you had a good day at school or whatever, and you came home and mom had, or grandma or dad, whoever, had cookies and milk. And you got to have cookies and milk, and that was part of you feeling good. I had a good day, I feel really good about it, and that was my reward. Well, that becomes a habit, right? It goes from conscious to subconscious, crosses back and forth. You're a kid, you don't know, you do it all the time. At some point, what happens is your mind associates that habit to maybe having a good day. This is how I decompress from a good day. And it's a stress reliever. It's an act of love. Now, this could, for someone else, be an empty habit. But let's just assume, for the individual we're talking about, for the scenario, that this was one of the rare times, or one of the most meaningful times, where you felt loved by, a strong connection by this person that is providing you these cookies and milk. And maybe they sat down, they took an interest in you. There's another message going on subconsciously. Cookies and milk, after a busy day, I'm loved, I'm cared for, somebody's showing an interest in me that I want to be interested in me. It's an affirming, validating experience. Here's the deal, guys. Not so easy to condition that one to break it if there's secondary gain. I don't really want to get into too deep on a short little live, but here's what. If there's secondary gain, we froze for a moment, then what happens is you have to say, what am I getting out of this? How is this serving me? You have to be honest with yourself. How is it serving me? I feel loved, I'm comforted, and it's bringing me back to a happy memory in my life. Perfect. Information is powerful in this case. All right, now you ask yourself a question. How can I get this feeling without using the food? What can I do instead? Habits respond well to replacements. So think of how you can replace it. Now maybe you replace it with a long, busy day. I'm going to take a nice hot bubble bath with my essential oils. I'm going to smell a nice smell. I'm going to have a nice cup of herbal tea. That's going to be a nice smell. And I'm going to really just relax and take good care of me. Maybe that could be one of the replacements. But what has to happen if that becomes a replacement is you've got to condition it. The conscious mind says, okay, we'll do it, but you got to remind me because I'm going to start opening the bag of cookies. And the subconscious mind says, whatever you want. It's like a kid. It doesn't evaluate. The critical part of the brain is maybe starting to make the connection. There's two ways it's going to go. One way is, I'm not giving this up. This is love. I'm not giving up comfort because it doesn't trust you because maybe you don't take good care of yourself in the past. Topic for a whole other life. Or your brilliant critical faculty says, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and I'm going to give you the chance to prove it. So I'm going to lower the threshold here. I'm going to allow this habit to keep going back and forth. I'm going to support it for now. But you need to show me that you're replacing the feeling that I get from this. And then you condition. You take that hot bath, you drink the tea, you feel relaxed, you get somewhere you feel a feeling of self-love and appreciation. You do it over and over and over. It crosses, and at some point, that becomes your habit. Brand new habit. Voila. So habits are conditioned. They are through repetition. You have to know what you're going to replace one with. They're really not good and bad or bad in nature. They're just repeated behaviors. Sometimes they're empty. Sometimes they're secondary gain. If they don't go away quickly, they're secondary gain. Empty habits go away very quickly. They respond fast to things like hypnosis and tapping and the success coaching. Secondary gain will need us to address it at another level and really flush out what's the purpose it's serving and meet that need, which we talk about too in our program. So I hope this was helpful. I hope I'm helping you. I'm rewriting my book, Mind Over Platter. I'm really excited about it. It's really just revamping it, updating it a little bit. We do talk about that. I am writing an article on it for John, and I will be hopefully, and also on our website, we have our little, this is the spring meltdown. We're getting ready for spring, and I want you to get ready for a spring meltdown so you can melt away some of the pounds. And so there is a little flash sale going on mindoverplatter.com as far as my coaching program. I'm really excited about it, you guys. We've had people lose weight throughout the whole thing. I mean, it's been over a year since I launched it. I've seen people meet their goals. I've seen people, make some positive changes. It's a template for success. I'd love you to just check it out, share it with your friends, spread the news. There's more than one way to help you get there, but I'll tell you, the answer's up here. Let me help you figure out what's going on in your head and get you to make the positive changes that last a lifetime and also make you happier in the process. Healthy mind, healthy body, healthy mind, they're connected. And all of that helps us have a healthy soul, right? Healthy spirit. So like my page, Mind Over Platter, share my video. I'd love more friends. I want just to help as many of you as I can. And this information is for you to use and tell me how it works for you. Share it with me. I want to hear results. I want to hear your epiphanies. That jazzes me. I hope you guys have just a beautiful day. It's actually nighttime, right? It's been a busy one. I'm still recuperating from this ankle and foot injury. I don't know if you can see my boot. I'll try to lift it up for you. Ta-da! I've got this big ugly boot on. And I'll tell you, just living Well, it's the beauty is you're healing. So I'm living my day in a not highly active way that I normally do. We're talking like 10% of the activity that I would be doing, maybe 20, maybe I'm exaggerating. But I'm beat at the end of the day because my body's healing. So you know what I'm going to do now? I'm not eating cookies and milk, but I am going to have a glass of wine. So that's up my habit. I'm going to have a glass of wine with a hot Epsom salt bath with some lavender essential oils. I am looking forward to it. It's going to be my quiet time, and that's my reward. I had to condition that, by the way. I used to eat to comfort myself a lot. I was in a body cast for the good part of a year. I've got all kinds of stories. So there's a lot of ways to comfort yourself. And I had to learn to break those habits just like I'm teaching you and to replace them with something that feeds my mind, my body, my soul. And I want to help you do the same. So share these videos. I love you guys. Hey, good to see you, Lisa. Good to see you, Vicky. I don't have my glasses on, so I see the name for a second and then it blurs out. But I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful evening, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? And I do have a page on Mind Over Platter, not Mind Over Platter. I have a page that's for people that want to get some ongoing, just little challenges we do throughout it. This one's called New Year, New You. Join it. That one's free. That one's just for you guys. I have a private page for my member, but this one's little challenges we do along the way, and it's just kind of just get the word out about what we're doing, Coach Rosa and Mind Over Platter. So join me. And I think I'm going to change it soon to another name because New Year, New You is right around the beginning of the year, but technically we're still there. Guys, I can't believe it's going to be March. Unbelievable. All right, have a beautiful day. Love you.